white dirt roads, the best cyclists in the world. 200 kilometers through Italy's Tuscany, crossing dirt roads to finish a dream tour through the crowded streets of Siena. Do you want to know the best stories of Strade Bianche? Then follow my wheel and I'll tell you. Strade Bianche is possibly the cycling race that has gained the most prestige in the shortest period of time. In cycling, tradition is everything, and for that reason, this race doesn't have the history or magic of the great stages of Roubaix, Liège, or Flanders. But the environment, almost 200 kilometers through Italy's Tuscany region, the end, a very hard climb to Piazza del Campo in Siena, one of the most touristic places in the world, and above all, it's more than 50 kilometers of sterrato, making the Italian race one of the most coveted by the best cyclists in the world. And this race has its peculiarity. It's not as long as a monument, but we're talking about more than 50 kilometers on dirt roads, and that's hard. Inspired by Paris-Roubaix and the Tour of Flanders, the Strade Bianche was initially held in October, but was quickly established since 2008 on the first Saturday in March, a week after the Belgian opening weekend and a few days before the Tirreno-Adriatico and the Milan-San Remo. In its short life, it's had 3 different names. Its first denomination was Montepaschi Heroica. In 2009, the name was changed to Montepaschi Strade Bianche, and then to Strade Bianche in 2012 when the bank ended its sponsorship. The element around which the race revolves is the sterrato. Whitish dirt roads make an environment different from all, of unusual beauty, but also of enormous difficulty. These roads give their name to the race, literally translated as white roads. On the 184 kilometers of the men's race, about a third, 63 kilometers, are disputed on sterrato, divided into 11 sections. The first sections of gravel usually have a length of 4 to 5 kilometers, some of them with slopes of 10%, although it's the almost chained sections of Torrinieri, 11.9 and 8 kilometers respectively, that leave beautiful prints worthy of the great classics. Other famous areas are San Martino in Grania, 9.5 kilometers, and Monte San Mari, 11.5 kilometers. The last 3 sectors of sterrato, where those of Colle Pinzuto and Tolfe stand out, is where the differences are usually marked. The sterrato isn't the only difficulty of the route, which also hides demanding climbs for riders. The second section of sterrato, Villa di Corsano, which has ramps of 10%, and the climb to Montalcino, 66.4 kilometers at 5%, are the main ascents of the first section of the race. But it's in the final area where the main ramps are hidden in the sterrato sections of Colle Pinzuto, sections at 15%, and Tolfe, 18%, before the wall of Santa Caterina, already in the city of Siena, where cyclists will climb ramps of 16% before the descent to Piazza del Campo, before a fervent crowd that usually receives the cyclists. All this plus a spectacular atmosphere that's breathed throughout the race, making the Strade Bianche a unique race. Many speak of it as the 6th monument. What do you think? Leave me your opinions in the comments. Proof of the relevance that the Tuscan race has reached is the bouquet of great athletes who seem to us among its winners. Since 2007, names such as Philip Gilbert, Wiatkowski, Twice, Alaphilippe, or Van Aert have become the winners, giving even more prestige to an already highly coveted career. But if there's a name that stands out above all in the great Italian test, it's that of Fabian Cancellara. The Swiss is, to date, the king of the Strade Bianche. He won his first victory in the second edition in 2008, beating the local cyclist Alessandro Ballan in the sprint. At that time, it was still called Montepaschi Heroica. In 2012, Cancellara would add his second victory in Siena, reaching Piazza del Campo alone. In 2016, the year of his retirement, the cyclist from Bern won in a beautiful sprint to the Czech Zdeněk Štýbar and the Italian Brambilla, inscribing his name with golden letters in the history of the race. The shows that cyclists give us in this race are usually exciting. We just have to look at the last 2 edits. But if you're liking this video, don't forget to leave a like. The 2021 Strade Bianche was an ode to cycling. The first important movements occurred when passing through the Monte San Mari, where, after several accelerations, the main group would be reduced to very few units. Van Aert, Alaphilippe, Van der Poel, Egan Bernal, and Tom Pidcock, Simmons, Michael Gogol, Tadej Pogacar, they were all there. In the last gravel sector, Tolfe, the Dutchman Van der Poel launched a huge attack of excessive violence. Only Alaphilippe and the Colombian Bernal could follow the Alpecin team rider, thus forming a trio with the three strongest, who would dispute the title on the Siena ramps. There, Van der Poel, with another typical attack of his, left his rivals to descend alone, raising his arms in a Piazza del Campo crowded with tifosi. The 2022 edition was an authentic exhibition of Slovenian Pogacar, the new pearl of world cycling. The rider of Emirates team, to the amazement of locals and strangers, launched an attack on the ramps of Monte San Mari with 50 kilometers to go, in which he left alone to take a pulse with the rest of the favorites. And he won it. After an individual time trial crossing Tuscany and the last stages of sterrato, Pogacar endured the difference with his rivals to arrive alone in Siena and enjoyed the last climb, taking a bath of crowds among the Italian fans. Quite a feat worthy of the best cyclist in the world. If you liked the video, subscribe, give me a like, and if you want to continue enjoying the exploits of Tadej Pogacar, don't miss this.